So students, the lecture that we had the other day, I think on Tuesday, we discussed about differentiation between financial accounting and management accounting. Today, we are going to discuss the difference between cost accounting and management accounting. The first point of difference between both is the object. That what is the objective of doing cost accounting and what is the objective of doing management accounting. Cost accounting का objective क्या है? The objective of it is to record the cost of producing a product or providing a service. It is only pertaining to the recording of the cost of a product. Whereas your management accounting का object क्या है? To provide information to the management for formulating policies and plans. Management को information देना ताकि वो policies बना सके, plans बना सके. Coming to the point of scope. Scope जो cost accounting का है वो limited है. It is only concerned with the ascertainment of cost. Whereas when we talk about the scope of management accounting, it is wide. Wide in the sense because it is using financial accounting data, it is using cost accounting data, the task under it, it is pertaining to the standard costing, budgeting, budgetary control. So that ways the scope of management accounting, it is a little vast. Coming to the nature of data that is used under your cost accounting uses both past and present figures. Whereas your management accounting is only concerned with the projection of figures for the future. कि future में हमारी क्या values आने वाली हैं, ये उसके साथ related है. Under your cost accounting, only quantitative data is used, which means the one that can be expressed in terms of numbers, in terms of money, that is used. Whereas under your management accounting, quantitative as well as qualitative data that is used. Cost accounting developed, what led to the development of cost accounting was Industrial Revolution. Whereas your management accounting, it is in comparison a new concept and it was developed in the last 40 years. While we are preparing your cost accounting, there are certain principles that need to be followed. There are certain procedures that need to be followed. Whereas under management accounting, there are no specific rules and procedures that are followed. Any doubts in these points? Anyone having any doubts in these points?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
Now coming to the need and importance of management accounting, that what is the requirement, what is the importance of it? In the first place, management accounting helps in increasing the efficiency. The efficiency, the working of the whole organization, that becomes better. People know what is expected out of them. The plans are set. So that ways the employees and the working in the organization, it gets better. The second is there is proper planning. Because of management accounting, there are proper plans that are set. लोगों को पता है क्या करना है. We are making estimates regarding the future. So various operations of the business organization, they can be properly planned. जैसे अगर हम बात करें budgeting की, तो बजट्स बनते हैं, डिपार्टमेंट के डिफरेंट बजट्स बनते हैं, एक मास्टर बजट बनता है पूरी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के लिए. लोगों का काम, हर एक इंडिविजुअल की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, उसका टास्क, दैट इज फिक्स्ड इन एडवांस एंड इन अ सिस्टमैटिक मैनर. देन कम्स मेजरमेंट ऑफ परफॉर्मेंसेस. जो हमारी टेक्निक्स हम डिस्कस करेंगे लेटर ऑन टू इन योर सिलेबस, जैसे कि बजटरी कंट्रोल, स्टैंडर्ड कॉस्टिंग, ये इनेबल करती हैं कि हम परफॉर्मेंस को मेजर कर सकें. जैसे स्टैंडर्ड कॉस्टिंग में हम स्टैंडर्ड सेट करते हैं, एक्चुअल कॉस्ट को स्टैंडर्ड के साथ कंपेयर करते हैं, मैनेजमेंट को फिर डेविएशंस के बारे में पता चलता है कि स्टैंडर्ड कॉस्ट और एक्चुअल कॉस्ट में क्या फर्क आ रहा है। परफॉर्मेंस कब बेटर है, जब हमारी स्टैंडर्ड कॉस्ट से हमारी एक्चुअल कॉस्ट कम रहे। यहाँ इट इज आइदर एट पार विद द स्टैंडर्ड कॉस्ट और इट इज कंपैरेटिवली लेस एट स्टैंडर्ड कॉस्ट देन द स्टैंडर्ड कॉस्ट। देन कम्स मैक्सिमाइजिंग ऑफ प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी। जितनी टेक्निक्स हम मैनेजमेंट अकाउंटिंग के अंडर एडमिनिस्टर करते हैं, दे lead to the control of cost of production, increasing the efficiency of individuals working in the organization. तो जितने भी steps लिए जाते हैं, they are directly aiming to the reduction of cost, to making the organization work in a better manner. So that ways the profitability of the business concern, that is also increased. Then comes, it improves the service to the customers. जब हम कॉस्ट कंट्रोल की टेक्निक्स को बेटर यूटिलाइज कर रहे हैं, तो हो सकता है कहीं ना कहीं बिजनेस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन प्राइजेस को, जो प्राइस है जो आप कस्टमर्स को चार्ज करते हो, आप उसको भी कम कर दो। क्वालिटी ऑफ गुड्स दैट बिकम्स बेटर, क्वालिटी स्टैंडर्ड सेट करते हैं, क्वालिटी स्टैंडर्ड्स आर प्री डिटरमिन्ड। कस्टमर्स को वी ट्राई टू सप्लाई देम द बेस्ट क्वालिटी गुड एट अ रीजनेबल प्राइस, so the service to the customers, that also improves. And lastly, effective management control, जो आपकी कंट्रोलिंग है, प्लानिंग है, कोऑर्डिनेशन है, सारी एक्टिविटीज ऑफ द बिजनेस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, दे आर देयर। द मैनेजमेंट कंट्रोल कैन बी एडमिनिस्टर्ड बाय यूजिंग मैनेजमेंट बाय एक्सेप्शन और मैनेजमेंट बाय ऑब्जेक्टिव. So the way in which the organization is controlled, that also becomes effective. Any doubts in these points? Any student having any doubts in these points?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Coming to the topic of limitations of management accounting. So the limitations of management accounting, the first topic, first point is, it is based upon accounting information. Management accounting is directly based upon the data that is supplied by your financial accounting and cost accounting, which means that we are using historical data, the cost that we have already incurred, in order to make assumptions regarding the future. So whatever are your deficiencies, whatever are the discrepancies with your financial accounting data and with your cost accounting data, that is carried forward to your management accounting practice as well. Then comes lack of knowledge. Management accounting, because it is a new concept, there are no principles. So the person who are using the techniques of management accounting, they need to have vast knowledge. They need to know everything about the accounting also, everything about management also, and finding persons who are expert in all these fields, that becomes difficult. So that ways there is lack of knowledge amongst the individuals. But just give me a moment. हाँ जी बच्चे. So the third point of limitation, that is intuitive decisions. Management accounting में जो decisions हैं, they are taken up by the management. Data is supplied, data is analyzed by the management accountant, but eventually the way you are going to use it. So if some figures are given, I'll interpret it in a different way, you will interpret it in a different way, you will decide upon it in a different manner. So that ways the decisions, they are based upon intuition. जो मुझे सही लगेगा, अगर मैं डिसाइड कर रही हूं तो मैं अपने हिसाब से करूंगी, आपको जो सही लगेगा आप अपने हिसाब से करोगे. So that ways the decisions, they are based upon intuitions. Then comes not an alternative to administration. अगर हम कहें कि हमने मैनेजमेंट अकाउंटिंग फॉलो कर रहे हैं, so we need not administer, people know what is expected out of them, so it is not a clear cut alternative to it. Administration is separate, it is required in order to implement everything. Then comes top heavy structure. जब हमने मैनेजमेंट अकाउंटिंग इंस्टॉल करनी है, हमने एक मैनेजमेंट अकाउंटिंग का सिस्टम फॉलो करना है इन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, जो हमारा ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल सिस्टम है, दैट नीड्स टू बी वेरी प्रिसाइज, दैट नीड्स टू बी वेरी हेवी, देयर शुड बी लार्ज नंबर ऑफ रूल्स, regulations, and it is also costly. So that ways the organizations which are comparatively smaller in size, that won't be there. Then comes evolutionary stage. मैनेजमेंट अकाउंटिंग इज इन इट्स डेवलपमेंटल स्टेज, अभी डेवलप हो रही है, वो फाइनल स्टेज पे नहीं पहुंची है. जो टेक्निक्स और सिस्टम्स हैं, दे गिव डिफरेंट रिजल्ट्स अंडर डिफरेंट सिचुएशंस, देयर आर नो जनरलाइज्ड assumptions regarding it. Then comes personal bias, like we discussed about the intuition. मेरी बायसनेस, मेरा इफेक्ट, जहां पे मेरा झुकाव है, जो मेरी लाइकलीहुड है, वो मेरे डिसीजन को इफेक्ट करेगा. सेम वेज मैनेजमेंट अकाउंटिंग में जब मैनेजमेंट किसी चीज के बारे में डिसाइड करेगी, तो जो उनकी अपनी बायसनेस है, दैट विल रिफ्लेक्ट इन द डिसीजंस. Then comes psychological resistance, because this whole thing, the whole concept of management accounting, when we are installing that, it involves basic change in the organizational setup. नए रूल्स फ्रेम करने पड़ते हैं, नए रेगुलेशंस फ्रेम करनी पड़ती हैं, जिससे काफी सारे मेंबर्स जो काम कर रहे हैं ऑर्गेनाइजेशन पे, उन पे इफेक्ट आता है. सो देयर इज अ पॉसिबिलिटी ऑफ रेजिस्टेंस फ्रॉम देम. दे माइट नॉट एग्री टू द चेंज, दे माइट नॉट बी विलिंग टू चेंज, राइट? Any student having any doubts in the topic that is taken up?
No, ma'am.
So this is it about the introduction to it. There is a small topic that is left, which relates to your cost reduction and cost control, which we'll take up tomorrow in class, right? And as far as the PMS students are concerned, I think I have 3-4 students right now in class with me. बच्चे आपने अभी थोड़े दिन वेट करना है, like until 18th 19th, अपना जो आप